Rob Landis is a YouTuber we can all be a little bit envious of. And it's not so much the fact that he has more than 3.5 million followers and over 500 million views, although I am a little envious of that. It's because of two reasons. He's an insanely talented musician, and because he's an insanely talented musician, he's able to really just break the rules when it comes to brand deals. I mean, he's not actually breaking any rules or anything, but his sponsorships are so hilarious that sometimes you just think there's no way that the brand was on board with that idea. And yet, here we are. Rob's content is centered on him showcasing those skills, which are so good that he's able to command attention from viewers for long periods of time. This is like a gold mine for brands because it's not just about getting views, but also how long each of those viewers stay on your content. When a brand works with someone like Rob, they know that his audience is going to be engaged from start to finish, which gives them much more flexibility when it comes to the sponsorship. So let's take a deep dive and break down 3 of Rob Landis' recent brand deals. As usual, make sure to stick around to the end to learn how you can apply Rob's brand deal skills to your own sponsorship strategy. First sponsor is the Shining Beyond video game app. Rob uploaded Playing Violin on Omegle, but I pretend I'm a beginner anime edition where he plugged the brand.
This video is sponsored by Shining Beyond. Hold on. Let me play one more time. Don't skip.
Okay, your fiddle is so cool, by the way. What's going on?
Okay, aquí me voy a tocar para ti. Mira. Una vez más.
Let me guess, you wanted to keep watching, right? I mean, his violin skills are incredible, but it's not just that. It's also seeing the reaction of the people he's playing for. The costumes, the graphics. There was so much awesome stuff going on that it doesn't bother you one bit that the Shining Beyond logo is smack dab in the middle of the screen the whole time. This is what I mean by breaking the rules, right? Influencers have no problem showing a sponsor's logo, but it's usually never kept up for the entirety of the video, let alone really big in the middle of the screen. A lot of times that would be considered a big no-no because it would distract from the content and might turn some people off. But like we said earlier, Rob makes the brand the centerpiece of the content. And he can do that because he has the ability to maintain a level of excitement with his violin skills. I mean, think about that clip we just showed. That was only 30 seconds of a 20-minute video, but you wanted to keep watching because of his performance, right?
That's from a game called Shining Beyond.
What's that?
So it's a new mobile game that's coming out. Actually, it's available right now, and you can download it. It's just a rad game where I'm actually dressed up as the main character, Jake. And you can go through and fight missions like with your friends in real time, and it's awesome.
Of course, I'll check it out. Thank you so much.
Call to action? Already? Well, yes and no, because he's asking to take action, but he's focusing that encouragement on the 2 people watching him through Omegle. It's an indirect way of providing us with information we need about the brand that doesn't make us feel too pressured too early. It's kind of a ninja move, honestly.
So guys, the music I just played is from what I think is the friendliest gacha game ever, Shining Beyond. It's got a really high pull, which allows you to get better characters faster, and you can use SR shards to forge SSR tickets. The design really is beautiful, not like the costumes I wear. And each character has 3 skins, which are fun to switch between.
The first thing that Rob tells us is the music he's been playing and wowing everyone with is from Shining Beyond. Research has shown that music not only enhances the main message in an ad, but it's also the single most stimulating component in the ad itself. Music can have both a direct and indirect influence on an audience's feelings and emotional responders. And if the music in an ad is triggering intense positive emotions, we will link those emotions with the brand associated with the music. Hey, you love that music I was playing? You'll probably love this game too, because that's where the music is from. The other layer to this is his do-it-yourself costumes that he's rocking throughout the video, right? It's more than just a fun little gag. It's also a way for him to showcase the costumes that the characters in the game use, and in a playful way, make fun of his own for how bad it is compared to the ones in Shining Beyond.
What I like too is that there are different development paths for each job. Now these 3 paths, you can't see them at the beginning of the game, but as the star level increases, the characters will get better and better looking. What's cool is that in the game, you could have the healer develop into the ranger or the ranger into the healer and switch back and forth. Another thing I like about Shining Beyond is you can also play co-op in real time with your friends, so I can distract my production team when we're supposed to be working on anime Omegle videos. But it's more fun this way.
Here he explains the game's goals, how it's played, and other cool features to provide a variety of ways to have fun with the game. Then he shows the actual gameplay of Shining Beyond. A video game is like any other traditional product. You have to show it in action for your audience to get as close to the full experience as possible. Another thing he mentioned about the game is how it can be played with your friends, right? He mentioned it earlier when he first introduced the game to the two people on Omegle, and here he reiterates it by talking about how he distracts his production team with friendly games against each other. So this is a bit of brand loyalty on his part, which is adding to the cool factor of Shining Beyond.
So if this sounds like your thing and you want to support my channel, please click on the link below to download the game and get exclusive gift codes. Do it.
Now this is the real call to action, at least the one to us. Rob is pretty straightforward with this, but he makes sure to let you all know that by downloading Shining Beyond, you're also supporting his channel. That's always an important thing to mention when you're doing brand deals, and you'd be surprised how often many influencers forget to bring that up. And look, I get it. Sometimes when you've amassed a following, you just kind of assume that your audience knows that supporting that brand is also supporting your channel, but it never hurts to be on the nose about it. What's also cool, and something we don't see a lot, is Rob provides a link with gift codes, but also a QR code on the screen for you to scan. This is really going the extra mile here, and I wouldn't even say this is breaking a rule. In fact, I would say make this the new rule. Think about it. More than likely, you're gonna wait to click the link because you probably wanna stay on the influencer's channel to keep watching content. But with the QR code, you can just pause the video, you can pull up the link on your phone or even a friend's phone and just download the game right away. What I like most about how he ends this call to action is really making it a call to action. He looks right in the camera and says, do it. Not, please click the link. Hey, if you're not too busy, click the link. No, click the link, do it.
Thank you so much for playing for us. We will check out the game.
I'm gonna play it later.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is at the very end of the video. He shows two actual viewers saying they're gonna go download and play the game. It's really just providing more incentive to his viewers to take action, especially since we witnessed throughout the entire video, he's organically connecting with each person on Omegle, people who, as far as we know, don't even follow his channel. So if they're convinced enough to try the game, you should be too. For the second sponsor, we have sort of a 2-in-1 package. On his video, Evolution of Music Capcom Edition, Rob is plugging Capcom's Monster Hunter Rise. And the reason why it's a 2-in-1 package is, well, let me just show you.
This video is sponsored by Monster Hunter Rise. Get the game by clicking on the link below.
Smell that? Ah, that's the smell of nostalgia, right? Capcom has reached fans across the globe of all ages. A lot of them have been around since the birth of arcades, so there's a huge percentage of people who will be attracted to this, who maybe haven't played games in a long time. Combine that with Rob plugging Monster Hunter Rise at the very beginning, and he's also attracting audiences who still currently play video games. Add to the fact that Monster Hunter Rise is a Capcom game, that nostalgia and brand loyalty from past gamers will pique their interest in this new game. Of course, Rob uses his secret weapon, which is music, to trigger that emotional response in all of us by playing some of the most iconic theme songs from Capcom's catalog. Here's the other thing about that too. Even if audiences don't check out Monster Hunter Rise, they may decide to revisit some of those older Capcom games that brought them so much joy.
All right, gamers, I've been playing Monster Hunter Rise on my Switch this week, and I'm excited to announce it's available now. This game is an action RPG where you hunt down monsters with a bunch of different weapons and armor. You can even use monster parts from your hunts to craft and customize your gear, which is really interesting.
Rob gets right down to it. What I like here is he's being decisive with the audience he wants to talk to, gamers. And it makes sense because Capcom and Monster Hunter Rise is the focus for the entirety of the video. He also makes sure to inform us that this is a Switch game, so that is going to catch the attention of everyone who has a Switch, and of course he shows off the graphic and the gameplay.
There's also a new mechanic for Monster Hunter Rise called the Wire Bug, which is a wire-based grapple that adds aerial maneuvers to your fighting and travel. But maybe my favorite feature are the Palamutes, which are canine hunting partners that can be ridden across terrain and even help you attack, which I really needed as I was learning this week. All in all, I think Monster Hunter fans will really like this game, and I'm excited to finish Monster Hunter Rise while I'm not too busy practicing for my next video. Please support my channel and click on the link in the description to check it out.
We talk about Rob being a rule breaker, and of course we mean that in the most positive sense of the term, but it is important to point out when Rob sticks to the rules. It's like Picasso said, right? Learn the rules like a pro so you can break them like an artist, but you still gotta learn them, right? Well, that last part was actually me, no big deal. For Rob, he provides his own personal experience with the video game, not just by saying, hey, it's fun and you should buy it, but he lists 3 specific aspects of Monster Hunter Rise that he found to be compelling and worth the purchase. A rule of branding is always to provide legitimacy and trust, and zeroing in on 3 specific takeaways from the product does just that. And he ends the video once again with a call to action and a link in the description. Sadly, no QR code this time. Here's to hoping. The third sponsor is King of Avalon. During the pandemic, Rob paid it forward with his video donating to smaller musician streamers if they play this.
Oh, this is great. This is golden. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, all that good stuff. Today, we're going to be donating money to streamers with very few viewers.
We're only 30 followers. Oh my god. What the heck?
She even
Rick
says, what the heck?
Astley.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. We are running low on money, so this is probably going to have to be the end of the video. Wait. You know, this video is sponsored by King of Avalon. Let's use some of those funds to donate to the musicians on Twitch. Keep this video going.
So Rob doesn't plug King of Avalon until about 4 minutes into the video. But by now, the viewers are so engaged with seeing people's responses to getting surprise donations that they don't want it to stop. And wait, the sponsor is enabling you to do this for more streamers? Awesome. Just like how music can provoke a positive emotional response, so can witnessing good deeds. This creates an amazing association for the brand, right? Because they're enabling Rob to keep the good vibes rolling.
Now let me tell you about King of Avalon. So King of Avalon is a mobile strategy game based on King Arthur's story. All players have the ultimate goal of becoming king and ruling the empire. This takes place in medieval Europe in a city occupied by rebels. The only way to fight back against these rebels is by upgrading your buildings, enhancing your armies, forging alliances, and just becoming stronger.
If you haven't noticed by now, Rob has a fairly straightforward and consistent formula when it comes to breaking down video games and what they offer. In many ways, for every rule Rob may bend or break, he has his own rules to stick by, which is actually incredibly important. You always need balance in whatever approach you take with brand deals. If you want to figure out ways to break certain rules to make things more visceral, by all means go ahead. But you still gotta set boundaries for yourself. Otherwise, it's gonna be difficult to drive the results your brand partners are looking for.
So please support my channel and my friends who designed the King of Avalon by downloading the game in the link below. And don't forget to use the code ROBKOA to get your in-game starter pack.
Call to action. Again, direct and straightforward. Link in the description along with an incentive if his fans sign up with the link. You know what? We can actually make the argument that this is another rule that Rob promised himself to not break. After all, when you look back at the previous 2 brand deals, he creates a fairly layered promotion for these brands. There's music, there's costumes, there's a bit of acting and comedy. It grabs your attention, right? And it really puts the brand at the forefront. So when it comes time to talk about the brand and direct his audience to engage with the brand, you've got to remove all those distractions. And that's a rule that Rob clearly understands shouldn't be broken. Just like Picasso and I once said, you got to learn the rules. You know, maybe he and I are distant relatives. I mean, after all, they do say great minds think alike. And speaking of great minds, how can you apply Rob's sponsorship execution to your own brand deal strategy? There are 3 key takeaways. Number 1, it's okay to break the rules so long as the brand is happy and your viewers are happy. For Rob, his musical talent allows him the opportunity to do things differently and package brand deals that might not otherwise work for other creators. So my challenge for you is, what is it about you? What is your special or unique skill that would allow you to craft a very unique sponsorship? Think about it. And number 2, brand deals can be amplified by things that trigger a strong and positive emotional response, such as music and nostalgia. If you're able to combine more than one of these elements into your brand deal, you have a very good chance of knocking it out of the park for the brand. And number 3, you can't go wrong with philanthropy and the element of surprise. Just as Rob surprised streamers with donations, you can partner with the brand and maybe dress up like Robin Hood to make someone else's day and take your viewers along for the ride. So which creator's brand deal strategy should I deconstruct next? Let me know in the comments, and then hit subscribe and click the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when my next sponsorship reaction video comes out. And one more thing, do you want intel on new brand deal campaigns? Every week, I send out sponsorship opportunities exclusively to creators on my email list. So make sure to join using the link below.